Am I the only one really confused as to why Bardock and Gine are actually in this movie? Let's discuss it. Hey YouTubers, don't forget to subscribe and follow me on these social media platforms. Enjoy the video. That's right guys, today we're going to be talking about Dragon Ball Super Broly and also what comes after Dragon Ball Super Broly, the new Dragon Ball Super anime that is supposed to be coming out sometime in 2019 if rumors are to be believed. So with that being said, I just have to kind of share my thoughts and opinions on this. Maybe I'm the only one who thinks this even remotely, but why are Bardock and Gine actually in this upcoming movie? I mean, obviously that hasn't been confirmed nor denied right now, but with everything coming out, it's starting to look like, yes, they are going to be in the movie, and it's really going to be Toei, maybe even Toriyama's way of introducing the whole Dragon Ball Minus storyline that was introduced at the last part of the Jocko manga. So when Jocko came out, that's when the vast majority of Dragon Ball fans probably realized that Jocko was indeed part of the Dragon Ball continuity. I mean, this isn't just a character that was created by Toriyama just to kind of serve as some other story or some other character in distant universe. This was a guy he wanted to join the main cast, and he kind of did, but Jocko really became just a side character that didn't really come about very often. Maybe he just wasn't selling well and they didn't really allow him to go, but that connects him, and the Dragon Ball Minus thing connects to Toriyama's original, his very first depiction of what the Saiyan world was like, Bardock was like, and even the introduction of Gine, Goku's mother. And it was really different from the whole story of Bardock, father of Goku storyline we got from Toei with the special back in Dragon Ball Z days. And I have to really ask, if Broly has no vendetta against Goku, if Broly is simply going to be a very strong Saiyan, and you know, if you're asking me, he's probably needs to have some vendetta, him and or Paragus, if not both of them, need to have a vendetta against Beerus or Frieza, maybe even Vegeta, because that would make more sense. But why Goku? I understand Goku is the main protagonist of this show, this series, and it would be important to introduce his parents or his heritage in one way or another, but Goku has never identified with being a Saiyan. Goku is not the type of person who cares about his parents. He never really thought about them, brought them up, and we've never seen him mourn for them at all. On the other hand, Vegeta does it all the time. I mean, Vegeta talks about his heritage, his Saiyan pride, the fact that he has this father that he deeply respects, and that Kaba wants him to meet the king of Sadal, so that's kind of a connection between him and his father, right? Him and what he was born into and brought up with. Why are we wasting story time in order to show these two people just to simply set up a story that the majority of fans either don't care about or already know? And it's possible. One of the things I think would be kind of cool, even though it's a little fan bait, fan servicey, is that it's not going to simply be just them introducing Bardock and Gine, right? It's not going to be them simply redoing Dragon Ball Minus just to show it to a bigger fan base. No, this is going to be Goku being introduced through these characters and through all of the heritage and everything from Dragon Ball Z up until this point, getting a better idea of who the Saiyans are and what Planet Vegeta was all about, but connecting Goku to the heritage of the Super Saiyan God, maybe even putting his lineage in that direct path. I know this would probably make a lot of fans mad, but we've gotten a little bit far past Goku being kind of the everyman. You know, in Dragon Ball, he was just kind of this kid who was better than everyone else, and then he was a Saiyan, which kind of put him off of the kilter of people like Krillin or Tenshinhan or Yamcha or any of the other people. You know, like he always had a leg up over everyone, and now it's even worse because him and Vegeta are literally going toe to toe with gods of destruction and maybe even angels sometime down the line. So if that's the case, if Goku only has to keep getting stronger, then the best way to develop his character in the future is to connect him to something that was really tangible and really powerful in the past. And maybe that's the reason certain things come into the future who want to get at him or want to attack the Saiyan gods or whatever have you in the future of Dragon Ball Super. That is what I would say. And I know a lot of people wouldn't like that. They wouldn't like at least a hint or maybe just a flat out saying that Goku isn't just a Saiyan, he's not just a low-class warrior like we've thought this entire time, but really shake up the foundation of what Dragon Ball has always been about and have Goku be the descendant of someone like Yamoshi or something else like that, a pure-hearted Saiyan, someone who was destined to have this power and had it in his blood this entire time. I think that would give a lot more credence to the whole Goku and Vegeta fight, maybe even turn it on its head. Vegeta is the type of character who's always trailing Goku, even though he believes that he's worthy of more power, or he wants more power, he wants to surpass Goku. If you flip it like this, if you give Goku that advantage from the very beginning, you know, you're from this lineage, you're from this power source, and you have an ability to tap into it, it gives Vegeta a lot more to strive for and makes his journey that much more impactful and compelling, considering the fact that they're always going to be chasing each other and Vegeta is always just one step below Goku, despite the fact that Goku, if all of this ends up being true, was already predestined to actually get to that power level. So that's the only reason I would really introduce them. The main fact that they're going to be probably just introducing these characters to do nothing more than to give us the Dragon Ball Minus storyline, which really, if you haven't read it yet, there's nothing real special in there, and I really don't want them to go too much into that, because who cares at this point? Who cares about Gine? Who cares about Bardock? It's just simply there for fan service, and if that's the melodrama they want to put in this movie, that's fine, because it's people that we know or at least have wanted to see for a long time. But I think a lot more fans want to see what Planet Vegeta was actually like, explore the heritage, explore the race, more than one or two specific characters that just so happen to be tied to Goku. If you're going to focus on them, give it some actual meaning and tie it into something that will really reshape the future of Dragon Ball going forward and give us something else to grip onto as a fan base. The same way that Dragon Ball Z made Goku an alien from Dragon Ball. You know, that was a big enough shakeup that actually propelled that story forward in new and interesting ways. This might be the best way to go. So guys, what are your thoughts here? Do you want Bardock to be related to Yamoshi or some connection between those families? Or do you feel like they're just gonna do the Dragon Ball Minus thing, which I hope they don't, but that could be a possibility. Anyway guys, I'm gonna leave it there. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell over by the subscriber button to notify you every single time I upload. And hey, as long as you're here, go down to the description section below and hit that link to go follow me on Twitter, because even though I read your comments and I respond as much as I possibly can, I am always on Twitter and I'm gonna be there all the time just to talk Dragon Ball with you guys, to talk movies, to talk box office, to talk almost anything else that you want to talk about. Way more likely to get back to you super quickly on Twitter if you're not already following me, so make sure to go do that as well. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. It's been real.